never tell if you're not bluffing.
You know, if you do, I'm going to.
Is that why you haven't called me?
Don't be too sure on that.
As much as I can. The rest is up to them.
I would hope that you would make that happen.
Did you catch that moment? There was a noise, Jason glanced over, then turned back and immediately kissed Anna. It felt like part of a bigger plan. But I'm curious, why is everyone so against Anna and Jason being a couple? Both are incredible actors who have been on the show for ages, and they're loved by GH fans. They look good together, in my opinion. Steve Burton is a fantastic actor, so I don't understand why people are complaining so much. First, we had the whole Drew and Willow situation, and now there's controversy over Anna and Jason. Are the writers making these decisions just to stir things up? Now, about that kiss between Anna and Jason, it better just be for show, because I'd lose it if they actually develop feelings for each other. And by the way, Sonny hiring Martin to defend Alexis is definitely going to backfire. Sooner or later, Sonny will find out that Martin is secretly trying to put him in prison while keeping Alexis out of trouble. Also, where on earth are Laura and Kevin? They left before Anna and Jason, but what happened to them? Do they even know where Lucky is? And shouldn't Sonny just confess to killing Jagger instead of dragging this out? I have to admit, I might be okay with Jason and Anna being together if I hadn't watched GH back when Jason and Robin were a couple. Jason and Robin were one of my favorite couples of all time, aside from Robin and Stone. Then again, I also cringed when Jason and Carly kissed, so maybe it's just hard to see him with anyone else. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. However, the whole situation with Lucky and the card games is getting really annoying. The conversations between everyone involved are just ridiculous. Laura and Kevin left Port Charles way before Anna and Jason. Maybe they ended up in China instead. On a positive note, I loved the scenes with Stella and Tracy yesterday. Can we get more of them, please? They're both strong, tough women, and it makes sense that they'd make great friends. As for that kiss, yuck, it made me sick. I really hope it was all part of Jason's plan, because I can't take it seriously otherwise. And enough with the card game storyline already. I've seen more than enough. It's time to move on. Honestly, I might need to take another break from the show and return in 2025. I've taken a few sabbaticals over the years, and now might be the perfect time with all the new network shows and pilots coming out. The show has been terrible this year. Bringing Lucky back added no fresh energy to the story, just shaking my head. Also, what's going on with Sasha? She was hired by Olivia, not Tracy, and Monica owns that house, not Tracy. So why does Tracy think she has any say in what goes on between Sasha and Cody? Fans are just going to do what they always do, like with Sam, complain nonstop. Then, when one of these characters gets written off, they'll wonder why it happened. You've got to love the irony. And now, it looks like Laura and Kevin are going to swoop in for the rescue. How predictable. Meanwhile, Drew can just leave with Portia and Christina. And Willow? Oh, she's in big trouble, no doubt. As for the kiss, I've got to admit, I liked it better than the one between Drew and Willow. But I really hope it's just a ruse because it looked like Jason heard someone coming. Moreover, it's pretty obvious that Ned is going to blackmail Drew now that he knows the truth. Honestly, can we just end this whole Willow and Drew storyline already? It's dragging on way too long, and I'm so over it. I'm calling it now. When Mike finds out, he's going to turn to the dark side with his father. And as for Anna and Jason kissing, just no. I don't get why there's so much outrage over Jason and Anna. Pairings like this have been happening on soaps forever. Robin and Jason haven't been together for decades, so I really don't see the issue. And the age gap? That's nothing new either. Look at Erica Kane and Ryan Lavery, or Dorian Lord and Joey Buchanan. The list goes on. That said, I'm not a fan of the Anna and Jason kiss either. She's clearly in love with Valentine, and while she and Jason can work together, I feel like Jason will always choose Sunny in the end. Plus, Anna turned on Sunny like everyone else, so for me, it's a no. Still, it's better than watching Willow and Drew. It seems like the writers have everyone kissing each other lately, no matter how awkward or creepy it might be. But the creepiest by far is Drew and Willow. Just, ew, I can't stand Drew. And what's up with Anna suddenly acting so helpless and emotional? For years, we've seen her as this strong, tough detective who can handle any situation. The writers better fix this and fast. However, let's talk about Sunny in the last couple of episodes. He seriously needs to get it together. Listen to Diane, your lawyer, and stop acting so arrogant like you're above everything while everyone around you is busy cleaning up your mess. Come on, writers, you can do better. Sunny's above-it-all attitude is getting old. It's time to humble him a bit. As for Elizabeth, after hearing her talk about her kids and their fathers, it really makes you wonder. Maybe she should have considered birth control back in the day. And honestly, she's so petite. How did she even carry and give birth to those boys? Then there's Alexis, who helped her daughter Christina without even knowing all the facts. She rushed to save her from any jail time, which is understandable. Remember, Christina fell out of a window while 9 months pregnant, and her baby didn't survive. Of course, she'd do anything to keep her daughter from going to jail. Any mother on the show would, especially Carly. Carly would move mountains for Jocelyn. But here's the kicker. Carly is now helping Sunny keep Alexis in jail, even while Sam, her supposed friend's daughter, is begging her to do otherwise. It's ironic. Carly's the kind of person who would lie to protect Sunny, the same man who lied, cheated, and destroyed their family. And now Carly feels obligated to save him? That's a special kind of stupid. Honestly, if I were Sam, I'd be resentful of Carly for lying to exonerate Sunny, which indirectly incriminates Alexis. Who wouldn't be mad at Carly? Everyone knows Carly made it clear she wouldn't sleep with Sunny again, so why does she still feel the need to protect him? That ship has sailed, or so the writers said. And how is Sunny going to feel when he realizes Martin is planning to shine a spotlight on him as Kate's killer? Also, Sidwell is headed after Holly, but the big question is, when he arrives in Port Charles, is he holding Laura and Kevin as leverage? Finally, why did Sam feel the need to confront Carly and guilt her into telling the truth? Shouldn't she be dealing with her own family, talking to Alexis or Christina? If Sam really believes Sunny is guilty, why not go directly to him? It seems like the only reason Sam went after Carly was because it has more to do with Jason than anything else. Furthermore, I don't think it was Sunny or Christina who killed Agent Cates. I've got a feeling Cyrus is somehow involved. He's got to be close by. Seriously, who's writing these storylines? In all my years of watching GH, I've never seen anything this ridiculous. Drew and Willow was bad enough, but Jason and Anna? Absolutely not. Jason and Robin were together for years, and Anna is old enough to be his mom. That's just gross. If the writers can't do better, it might be time to find new ones. Honestly, I wish they'd bring Lindsay Hartley, ex-Cara Castillo from AMC and Sam's stand-in on GH, to Port Charles permanently. She would be a perfect match for Jason. I mean, on AMC she was married to David Hayward, so we know she can handle strong personalities. This Drew and Willow situation is starting to remind me of Luke and Laura from years ago. The problem is, Drew and Willow don't have anywhere near that kind of chemistry. When James told Ned about their kiss, the look on Ned's face was priceless. What really boggles my mind is how people want Christina to take more accountability than the person we actually saw commit the crime. How does that make sense? As for the Jason and Anna kiss, it's not real. Jason definitely heard someone coming, and he's only kissing her to distract the guards so he can overpower them when they show up. It's all part of the plan to get them out of there. And wasn't it little James who overheard Willow telling Nina that she kissed Drew? I think he even saw them when he was hiding. Am I wrong? Now, Ned is probably going to blackmail both Drew and Willow with that information. Also, Alexis really needs Kevin. I feel like her neglect of Molly stems from a deep-seated resentment toward Rick, especially after what happened between him and Sam. Lastly, thinking about Tracy, over all these years, I don't think she's ever had a real friend, at least not one they've shown us. But now with Stella, that's finally changing. However, I saw an interesting quote from Finola Hughes in Soap Opera Digest about that kiss between Anna and Jason. She explained that it came from the heightened emotions of believing they were doomed to die. Hughes said, "The situation is very dire, and it's interesting because both Jason and Anna have been in these circumstances before. So we tried to figure out how we were coping with what was going on. We discussed all sorts of things before filming because, it's not their first barbecue. But these circumstances felt different, and luckily, we were working with a very believable actor, which made it feel like we were truly going to die." As for the consequences of the kiss, assuming Anna and Jason survive, Hughes added, "I'm very interested to see how it's going to play out." Honestly, me too. But let's talk about Jason's choices. He intentionally loses, putting both his life and Anna's in danger, all to help Lulu. Was he even thinking about his own son in that moment? And now, let's shift to Liz and Lucky. I loved all the drama they went through, especially when Lucky wrote that song for her. They were the ultimate couple for me, so I'm going to go ahead and ship them and pretend all the bad stuff between them never happened. Since I didn't see it, I've only seen the original Lucky, and I'm so happy to see him back. Liz and Lucky should have been endgame, a true super couple. It's heartbreaking that they were torn apart. I'd love to see them reunited, but not in a rushed way. They need to own up to the things that tore them apart and let Lucky win her back old school style. Becky and Jonathan have amazing chemistry, whether they're lovers or fighting. I'm thrilled to have Jonathan back. Additionally, I really hope Michael goes off on Willow and Drew when he finds out. It reminds me of when Lucky lost it on Elizabeth and Nicholas, just total rage. I can totally picture Michael calling Willow out, just like Lucky did with Elizabeth, and honestly, it would be well deserved. I still laugh thinking about how Lucky went off on her and his brother. Wouldn't it be hilarious if Michael broke character, looked straight into the camera, and unleashed his frustration on the writers? Turning Drew into this insufferable character after he was once the hero who saved Willow. It's just painful to watch. These writers, I can't even. There's going to be a lot of tears, no doubt. I imagine Michael will find out, stew on it for a while, and then think about what to do. He might even talk to Sonny about it. When he finally confronts them, I'm sure Drew will take most of his rage. But if Willow and Drew actually consummate the affair, I don't think Michael will let Willow off easy either. That being said, I'm sure Michael and Willow will get back together eventually, probably in a year or two. Willow's got her whole cult trauma, and I bet after talking to Kevin, she'll realize she has issues she needs to work through. As for Drew, who knows if he's sticking around after all this? He's running out of love interests, and this whole political storyline is just lame. I remember the actor hinting at Drew taking a darker turn, so maybe we'll see him become more like Rick Lansing. It'd be interesting to see him actually parent Scout since Sam is dying. I think Michael's immediate rage will be directed at Drew, while he stuffs his feelings down when it comes to Willow because she's seen as so fragile. But eventually, his feelings will come out. Either he'll explode on her or act out in some other way, maybe even have an affair. What I really hope is that Willow seeks help. She's got so much trauma from her past that she desperately needs to deal with. If this leads to their breakup, so be it. But I'd love to see them come out stronger on the other side. Michael has been a good husband to Willow, and while he might deserve better, she genuinely needs help. As for Drew, he needs to go full dark. Do something crazy, then leave the show. I don't care how, just go. Moreover, why did Chase think it was okay to show up at Christina's place just minutes after she moved back in and start interrogating her? And Christina just talks to him like it's no big deal. How clueless can she be? During that scene, I actually wondered if Chase was using some sneaky cop tactic, like in crime dramas where the cop deliberately messes up the procedure so the accused can get off on a technicality. But no, Chase wasn't that clever. He just showed up unannounced, started asking questions, and then had the nerve to be mad at Dante for calling Diane. At least when Agent Cates was harassing her, he had the decency to take her to the station for questioning, not ambush her at home. Honestly, the show has never established that Chase has any real police ability or good judgment. Remember, Sonny had Chase's mentor killed, and Chase never found another one. Only in Port Charles would someone like Chase, who's shown zero competence, end up as a felony investigator. And don't even get me started on Dante, literally a guy who was an insane murderer given a badge a week after being released from involuntary treatment. I looked into the law on this, and first off, what happened wasn't even an interrogation. An interrogation occurs when someone is in police custody, which Christina wasn't. She hadn't been arrested or brought in for questioning related to this crime. I think the show's writers are confused. They seem to be mixing up the FBI case about the attempted murder of an FBI witness and the baby killing with this entirely separate case involving John's murder. Chase was within his rights to ask her questions. Christina hadn't asked for a lawyer in this particular case, and Chase didn't force his way in. She invited him in. She could have easily said no. So technically, Chase was right. It was completely legal for him to ask her questions without a lawyer present in this murder case. We shouldn't be mad at him for doing his job for once and actually following the rules. Similarly, Chase could ask Carly, Dante, Sonny, or anyone else questions without breaking the law. None of them have to answer, but they also don't need a lawyer just for him to ask. Now that Alexis is representing herself, he could even have questioned her in prison as long as her lawyer was present. Since Christina doesn't have a lawyer for this case, that's why Diane was telling her not to say anything. Diane can't represent her. But of course, Christina being Christina, she couldn't keep her mouth shut. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.